Hello, everybody, and happy Sunday. I am so glad that you're joining me on this fine Sunday afternoon. My name is Layton, if you don't know me, and this is Underqualified and Overopinionated. Every Sunday, I just want to share things that maybe have been on my heart or that I'm thinking about. Maybe it'll be a short little devotional Bible study, but I just think that is a great way to start the week, a great way to reset, refresh my mind, and focus on what really matters in life. So, something that has been on my heart a lot lately comes from a sermon I heard a couple years ago, but it was all about how Jesus was so present in the very moment he was living in. He was present with the people he was with. He was just simply there. And that is something that I am completely guilty of not being. I am not always present, and God calls us to be present. As you might know, I am an MBA student, so I'm getting my master's degree. I also just got married 2 months ago. I also just moved to Tennessee. I have a lot of things going on, and you probably do too, as many of us do. We have a lot of things going on a lot of the time, and that makes it difficult for us as humans to focus on the things that really matter in life, like God's plan for us. Sometimes I start focusing on all the things that could happen in the future, or I worry about what's going to happen the next day at school, or I worry about this or that and whatever. But really, I'm supposed to give that all to God. God has all of my steps laid out for me, and He has my entire future in the palm of His hand. He knows what's going to happen. It is His will. So we're supposed to just give that all to Him. That also goes along with things that have happened in the past. Sometimes I will dwell on things that happened years ago, wishing that I did it differently. But guess what? We cannot change the past. We can just live in the present. So I want to share a couple verses with y'all today to hopefully just help us reset and live in this moment. The first one you probably know, it is Matthew 6:34. It says, "Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." And that is just a great reminder to stop expending all your energy on things that haven't even happened yet. Just live in the moment and focus on the today. One thing that I have thought about a lot is Jesus's life, how He was so present in every single moment. He didn't live in the future and He didn't live in the past. He was present with the people He was with. He focused on one thing at a time. He was never in a rush. And when our lives get really busy, we seem to be in a rush about everything, and we forget to focus on the things that are literally right in front of us, all of the blessings that may be right in front of us. So next I want to read from James chapter 4, verses 13 through 15. "Now listen, you who say today or tomorrow we will go to this or that city, spend a year there, carry on business and make money. Why, you do not even know what's going to happen tomorrow. What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a while and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if it is the Lord's will, we will live and do this or that." So in this verse, James is not saying that our life is meaningless. He is actually just saying that our life is precious, and we cannot know what is going to happen in the future. We have no control over our lives. The one and only who knows what is going to happen is God Himself. And our life is of God's will. So if it is God's will, it will come to be. And that is comforting, just knowing that He has our life planned out and we can give it all to Him. The next verse I want to read, I'm sure everyone knows, but it is Psalm 118, verse 24. "This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." And we cannot rejoice this very day if we are not living in this very day. So we must be present in the day to be able to just rejoice the gift that God has given us, the gift of breathing, the gift of today. And what a beautiful thing that is. Even our hardest days and our darkest times, God is truly with us. So this week I am really going to try to focus on living in the moment. And I have just really been struggling with that recently in this really busy, crazy season of my life, and maybe you can relate to that. So I encourage you to just live in the moment this week. Jesus didn't rush His life, and neither should we. A few years ago in that sermon I was telling y'all about that just really stuck with me, the pastor said, don't mess up what you have now by chasing what you want later. And I really love that, and I'm very guilty of it. So I am glad to be reminded of it, and hopefully that is something that just sticks with you. But we don't have to chase what we want later. All we have to do is chase after God. And we could mess up what we have right now by not chasing God, and we could miss what's right in front of us, all the blessings that are just right in front of us. Before we go today, I would really love to know one of your favorite Bible verses. I am going to share one of my favorites with y'all, and that is Ecclesiastes 3:11. He has made everything beautiful in its time, and he has set eternity in the human heart, yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. I just love that first part. He has made everything beautiful in its time. And I really encourage y'all to just go read Ecclesiastes 3 because I really like this chapter. It's just interesting and encouraging that God has made a time for everything. Every week I also want to have a verse of the week. So my verse of the week this week is Ecclesiastes 3:1. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. So that is my verse for the week. You can make it yours if you want to, but I have a couple notes on it in my Bible that I'd love to share. Everything, no matter how contrary to one another, has its purpose and has its time. Some of these changes are purely God, while others rely more on the will of man, yet all are determined in heaven. Everything God has created is as he created it to be, not as it may appear to us. And how comforting is that God created everything for a reason, and that it is as he created it to be. It may not appear that way to us because we are human, but he is God and he is good. Lastly, I have a quote from Bishop Reynolds that says, "We have the world so much in our hearts, are so taken up with the thoughts and cares of worldly things, and are so exercised in our travail concerning them, that we have neither the time nor spirit to eye God's hand in them." And this totally goes back to being in the present moment. So what Bishop Reynolds is saying here is that we are so taken up with our work and our hardships and our this and our that and our busy lives that we can't even see God's hand in every single thing we're doing. So let's refocus our minds this week and start noticing where God is right in front of us. Like I said, I would love to know your favorite Bible verse, so if you want to, you can pop it in the comments below or head over to my Instagram, leave it in the comments there, or even direct message me. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you really liked it, go ahead and share it with a friend or even share it to your Instagram story. That would mean a lot to me. You can also leave a 5-star review on Spotify. I hope that you have an awesome week. And if anyone has any specific prayer requests they would like me to pray for, please direct message me on Instagram. I would love to be praying for you. Thank y'all so much again for joining me today, and I hope y'all have the best week. I will see y'all next time.